All right, guys, we are back with episode 3 of my first time playing, first play for me, Machete Panda, your host. And we're just going to get straight into it. Unfortunately, I have to apologize to start. Um, the last recording I did for episode 2 ran out of disk space. So, yeah, you are probably not seeing that. So, but we'll catch up here on what we've done. I don't exactly know where it ran out of disk space, but yeah. Instead of going to the loading screen because we're not doing mods anymore for a little while, I'm just going straight into the game. And let me see where we're at. I have to remember so I can give you some recaps about what we did last. And I think we took on a contract. And did we complete that contract? Yes. So our contract was to harvest this field, and we did. We emptied the harvest. Good. So this contract should be complete. And how much money were we going to make? 3,000. 3,000. Let's collect that. Wow, this is a lot of money. How big's field 32? Is it going to cost a lot to fertilize that field? Why is it giving us so much money? Field 32 is huge, and it's going to cost a ton to fertilize. Do we want to do that? That's the question. It's going to cost a lot of money. Do we want to do that? I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to skip that contract. As for our own fields, let's see how we're doing over here. So over here we have oilseed radish, and oilseed radish is a fertilizer. Once it's grown, you just till it back into the soil. Here we have canola, and the other field we have canola, and it's all still growing. So that's good. Contracts. Should we take on another? The train's going. I just saw the train. Hold on. The train's going by. I want to watch the train go by, guys. Let's go visit. And let's watch this train go by. Oh, it's so quiet in here. Hold on. I need to turn my sound back on. All right. We're going to miss the train unless I've got my sound on. All right. Continue. Whoa! The train model is not. It looks like Farming Simulator 19's train model. Like there's nothing special about it. Let's just stand on the tracks and wait for it. Okay, let's not. Oh. Yeah, so, they didn't update it or anything. It just looks like the old one. I mean, all right. That's not exciting. Back to contracts. Checking contracts. There's some harvesting contracts here. Oh, field 48 is a small field, I guess. Field 69, 69 to grain mill. Where's 69? Oh, it's way down here. So 69, and it'd have to go up to the grain mill. That's a long haul. That's a long haul. All right. It's a lot of money though, right? How much money was it? 8,000. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of cash. I think I'm going to skip though. We're going to skip that. Let's get back to our farm. And let's go to sleep. All right, so every time you go to sleep, it's like it's another day. I mean, it's another month. So each day acts as a month in the year. So we're in August right now, right? Yeah, so we're in August. So when we wake up, it should be in September. We have canola planted. So that's going to take a year to grow. I probably should have planted 2 fields with canola. But yeah. All right. And let's see what happens in September. All right. We're going to sleep. I hope there's some better contracts. There's some rain partway through August and September. All right. So the oilseed radish is coming up, ready to harvest. So obviously, we're going to till it back into the soil. All right. Put a worker on that. And let him get to work. So you can see it's like you can see fertilized is showing up there. So it's like partially fertilized. I wonder if I let it grow longer. I'll test that another time. I wonder if I let it grow longer if we get even more fertilized. Let's see what kind of contracts are popping up. Holy macaroni. Oh. All right, so I've harvested the root crops like potatoes before. It's a pain in the neck. I strongly suggest not doing it. We're going to take this contract, though. It pays pretty good. And leasing the equipment from the farmer of the field, they usually charge you about 10%, which is a really good deal compared to leasing it from the store. And we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. And are there any other contracts up here? Sewing. So let's get over to right here. All right. Just going to hook this up. We got to put it on our trailer, right? And once it's on our trailer, which way is the trailer angled? All right, so it has to come in from this side. All right, so he's going to have to come in from this side, which means we either got to move the trailer or move this other equipment. And since I've already moved the harvester over here, we'll just move the other equipment. Was it field 33 or 36? I don't remember. It was in the 30s. We'll look at the contract again. I kind of wish that what doesn't make sense to me is that the farmer's farm equipment always shows up at the store. I mean, I presume it's their farm equipment, because if I was to lease all this, it would be like thousands of dollars. It wouldn't make sense. It's very low, though, the price. But my point is, I wish that their equipment was at their field. So it just doesn't make sense to me. 33. All right, well, we're just going to move this over to 33. We're going to park him. Going to have him come in at this angle and stop right there. And then we're going to come over here and back to the harvester. Oh, I went right past it. There we go. And we are going to... I'm going to look at the time real quick. 9:30, okay. And we are going to load this equipment on here. Nice. And now it's ready for transport. And we'll just bring this right along over here. And... oh, whoa. That guy I almost hit him. I should have been the one to stop. So... yeah, so these vehicles do some crazy things. It's right there. I'm just going to drive up there. It's like right up there. I may as well drive up there. Just going to send the drive, because I like the new driver feature where the helpers can actually drive your car for you. So yesterday we did that contract. We also discovered, what do they call it? I'm really sorry about this. Oh, I'm running all over his fields. Whoever his fields these are, he is going to be mad. Oh. At least I'm using the other farmer's equipment, though, right? You say it was the other farmer's fault. We discovered collectibles. So looking into it, if you collect an entire set of collectibles, you get some big payout, like $100,000 per set. There's 10 sets, I think. So that's like $1 million if you find them all, plus the $1,000 per collectible. So it's more like, you know, $1 million and $40,000 or something like that. And we'll just get him started. There we go. And that helper's on its way. Oh, that's so loud. That helper's on its way. It's getting stuff done. I'm just going to get in this little tractor right here, and I am going to pull it and move it away from the work he's doing so that it's not in his way when he gets to the end of the row and has to turn around. Just going to pull it, drive it over here, and out of the way. There we go. Perfect. All right, so we got this field now working. He is still tilling the soil. It's 50% fertilized. You see that? Isn't that cool? 50% fertilized. I wonder if I left it... Yeah, I already said this, but if I left it to grow even more, I wonder if it would get more fertilized, or if it's just perpetually always 50%. Rocks are a new thing in 2022. I could turn them off. I kind of don't want to because I want to explore it. But yeah, you need to get a rock picker. Do they call them rock pickers or rock screeners? I'm not sure. But and then just drive it through here to pick up these rocks. I believe what the rocks do, they dull your equipment quicker. They damage your equipment quicker, so you have to do more repairs. So it's advantageous to pick the rocks up when they get to a certain point. I've got a lot of work to do on these fields once we get another harvest out of them. Are there more weeds in this field? There's more weeds in this field. What the? All right, I got to get those weeds out. Do we have a weeder? I don't think we have a weeder. I do not think we have a weeder. Let's go to our garage. Cultivators, we have headers, trailers. We don't have a weeder. Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. We got to get a weeder. All right. What do we have for weeders? What do you guys suggest? Type in the comments below if you have a suggestion for weeder. Oh, please like and subscribe too. It's the only way to get traction on YouTube. It helps the algorithm. It's important. It's annoying to have to ask every time, but you know, it's important that everybody viewing understands that this is a part of YouTube. This tracking, this liking and subscribing. There's the weeders. Sheesh. There's a little $9,000, 6 meters wide. We don't need anything gigantic. This is 15. Yeah, we don't really need anything gigantic to start. We're gonna grab this one. Usually combinations of how to combine it show up over here, but I guess this does not have any. So we'll just take it like this. All right, cool. Let's take this tractor to go pick it up. Oh, are there any contracts? So contracts come very quickly in this game, 2022. Like they don't stick around that long like they did in the old one. No new contracts. See, this is that root crop potato field thing. It's that which I don't want to deal with. I could take this sowing contract. Needs canola. I could take this sowing contract. I have the equipment. Let's take it. Take that one too. And it's on field 56. All right, just gonna send this tractor out to field 56, and then we'll get back to collecting our weeder. field 56. There it is down here. That's great. It's right there. And set destination. And we'll just set the destination right here. There we go. And is he driving? He's driving. He is off. Great. Hey, don't run me over. Okay, now let's go get that weeder and let's weed these other fields. I did not even see that these fields had weeds in them. I keep hitting E. So I usually set up my controller so that E is forward. I'm 6'6". I've got wide hands. And I set it up so that E is forward, D is backward, A and G are pivot left and pivot left, right? I'm trying to get used to playing with the smaller configuration. It's just such a pain to constantly, every game is the same way. And the other keys are taken in some form or the other. So then I have to rebind other keys, which sometimes causes other keys to be rebound on top of that. So I'm trying to get used to the WASD configuration for small hand people. It's probably that way for kids or something like that. So, and I'm not a kid, I'm just a very old, decrepit man. I can barely see, I can barely hear. What was that? All right, here's our weeder. Gonna pick this puppy up. All right. Nice. Good deal. And let's go. Let's get back to the field. Before we go all the way back, so one of the helpers has a partially full grain tank. Before we go all the way back, we're just gonna jump out. And we're gonna sow this field. And he wants it sowed with what? I forget what he said he wants in this field. He wants canola. And we're not on canola. We're on oilseed radish. So let's switch to canola. There we go. And then let's just let it go. So I want to talk to you guys about settings real quick. For me, one of the settings that I don't like is that the helpers will automatically refill stuff. So they'll automatically refill your fuel, they'll automatically refill fertilizer in tanks and all that stuff. It's refilled at a massive surcharge, an absolutely massive. Oh, that's new. He got frustrated and moved over to the other lane. That is totally, so the drivers used to just take a dummy path and they just wouldn't go anywhere. So, and they just sit behind you. And they actually didn't pace behind you. They'd come to a full stop, full speed, then full stop again, then full speed, then full stop again. Anyway, if you don't change these settings, the AI workers are going to be buying at a marked up price, a very marked up price, your fuel and your seeds and all that stuff. So I'm just going to get a helper to help me out with, hold on. I'm going to fire that helper real quick. I'm sorry I hired you and fired you, but I was just a little bit off. What? Did you get this? Is this, I don't know if the weeds are still here. Weeds. So it looks like he got it. I don't see. I guess he got it. What's this? Do you kill the weeds by driving over it? That might be easier. So the settings I'm talking about, I keep getting distracted. That's just me. I'm so sorry. Are over here. It's in this little tractor with a gear box behind it, a widget, and yeah, fuel. So see, it's on buy. So they're all just buying stuff. So this whole time I've been paying a surplus and not even realizing it. But you want to turn this all off and you want to buy stuff on your own. That's important. Fuel usage low. I don't like that. I don't like it on high either. I want it just on normal. Like if it's low, I feel like it's cheating. Periodic plowing required. So this setting can be controversial to the hardcore gamers because the hardcore farm simulators. Because you can actually have no plow fields. Like plowing is older methodology of field management. Crop destruction on. I'll sometimes turn this off, but only because it frustrates me that when I take on a contract, I can't destroy their crop. Like the AI's crop can't get destroyed, which makes no sense to me. And I'm like, well, if their crop can't be destroyed, you know, why is it that my crop should be destroyed? I can just, you know, I'm assuming the theory is that you're driving over their crop carefully. Well, if that's the case, then I can drive over my own crop carefully. If crop destruction's on, I want to see the AI charging me for each portion of crop I'm driving over and destroying. I feel like the AI should be charging you. What else do we have here? Yeah, so we have a fixed visual month. I don't know what these settings are. So snow's on. That's fine. That's fine. Seasonal growth. Yes. Traffic is on. Economic difficulty. Easy. Easy's a default. I guess I'll leave that on as much as I kind of don't like it. Is there a normal? Kind of want normal, but this is my first time playing this game, so I think easy is fair. I don't like my game. Machete Panda. There we go. All right, good. What else? What other settings do we have in here? I already switched these. That's great. So under units in general settings, I switched to dollar, miles, Fahrenheit, and acres, which are all measurements that I'm comfortable with and understand. Hectares, I also understand hectares, but I'm just more used to acres. And then, of course, Fahrenheit, miles, and dollars, because I'm in the U.S., I'm used to those measurements. I don't know what radio range is. Sets where the radio can be played. So you can play a radio, apparently. Turn the radio on or off. I wonder what kind of music comes in on the radio. All right. I can't play that too long because it might get a strike or something like that. I don't know. Or yeah. Because I don't know where that music is coming from. So I'm just going to turn that off. All right, cool. Why did you skip this one little patch right here, buddy? I swear. These workers sometimes. All right. And I'm just going to back this back in here. Bada bang, bada boom. AI worker B has completed the task. That would be this guy right here. Let's go to the next field. So one of the things that I thought was interesting in Farming Simulator 2019 is that if you don't sow a field, weeds don't grow in it, which is absolutely bizarre because weeds will always grow. They're the seeds for the weeds are just there in the field. I guess because when you till it, it's technically destroying or when you sow it, it's technically destroying the seeds or something. I don't quite get that logic, but hey. Let's see how we're doing with the contract. If we come back up here and we check on our contract. All right, so this one's 14. This is going to be slow because we're using our own equipment, which is slightly smaller than what he was going to lend us, but we're also getting an extra $600, $700 because he's not charging us for borrowing his equipment. This is going to probably be a bit faster because we are borrowing their equipment, but we're going to be losing $500, $600, 500 and some change dollars because we're borrowing her equipment. Any new contracts? It's all fertilizing contracts. I mean, here's a cultivating one. Prepare for this by cultivating it. Where's field 66? I have a feeling it's far away. It's a small contract, so I don't think it's going to be worth it, but yeah, it's way over here. I mean, I could use the money, but it's just, do I want to occupy that piece of equipment on a contract that size? Nice. Nice. Fertilized by 50%. I'm just wandering over to the other side of the street here to see if there's any more collectibles that I did not catch. These look like wheel stops. See, I'm on the lookout for collectibles now, knowing that they exist. I don't see any on that rack. Don't see anything over there. Wait, what's back here? You know, it almost looks like that this thing is part of a car wash, but there's no entrance to it on the other side, so. Diner. Mama Joe's Diner. All right, I'll stop doing that. That's got to be boring for you guys. Let's take a look at this. We've got this. Is he done already? He's full. I didn't see the message. You guys probably saw it, and you're like, hey, Scott, why aren't you paying attention? But I did not see the message. So I'm sorry. We got to keep these guys working. Got to keep them going, you know? And we're just going to let this guy fill up this thing. There you go. Nice. Look at that. Go, go, go. All right. Let's go back over to the house. What can we plant? We have a field here. Can we plant anything right now? If we look at the calendar, the farming calendar, we could plant more canola, but it's going to be a long time before it's ready. And there's nothing else to plant. We could plant wheat, which would also be a long time before it's ready. We could also plant barley, which would be only a little bit shorter than the canola. But I think I'd like to get into some of these other crops down here, you know? One of these, like soybeans always used to pay good. Let's take a look at what prices of things are going for. Like, yeah. Wow, oats go for pretty good price. There's yield to consider as well. Like this is per, as you can see up here, 1,000 liters, 1K liters. And like canola doesn't yield that large. So you're like, oh, wow, I should be doing canola. Well, the yield is smaller. And then some things yield very good, but they take a ton of time. Like, where's silage? Silage. People call it silage. I call it silage. Silage. Silage is a good example of that. Like, look, you're like, oh, it's only 500 bucks. But the yield is just absolutely gigantic. It's probably the best moneymaker by yield in the game. But it takes a lot of time because you're constantly transporting, you know, over and over again. Corn's pretty good. Soybean, again, it's a smaller yield, but pays very well. Sunflower, smaller yield, but plays very well. I think I kind of want to do sunflowers. I don't mind that the yields are small, because what's really annoying to me is the constant transporting. That just gets to me, constantly transporting over and over again. All right, well, I think I might do sunflowers or soybeans. Maybe we should just plant grass and call it a day. Because grass can be planted anytime down here if we look at a calendar. And it grows very, very rapidly, grass. It grows within 3 months, it grows. Let's see here. What's this one? Cotton. I don't want to do cotton. The equipment's extremely expensive. I'm not ready yet. You want very large fields to get a payout on cotton. Because again, it's a low yield. But the payout's very big. It's also a low, doesn't require a lot of attention. So you can just set the workers to go up. And then when their cotton machine's full, they just dump out the cotton and keep going and leave it in the field. So you don't need to constantly be finding them, keeping their tanks empty and all that stuff. So just things to consider. Soy or sunflowers require a special header like a corn header or a sunflower header. I might do soybeans. Kind of tempted to do soybeans. Oats good too. See, with wheat, we can collect the straw and sell it. So that's another tempting thing to do. No, it'll be March before we get to do that. There's going to be several days, well, months, days in the game, but months otherwise. Let's see where everybody's at. So this guy's just plugging along. It's going to be a while. This guy's done. That's nice. Let's fold that up. Let's find a place to put it. I'm just going to put it right here. There we go. And then I'm just going to put this inside of the garage. Now, I haven't gone under here. If I go under here, can I actually work on anything? There's a lot of detail under here. That's kind of cool. What am I stepping up on? What am I getting stuck on? Is this a place that I can do repairs? R, turn on light. What light? Oh, there's lights under there. Okay. What's up top here? Have I been up top of this thing? Enter vehicle. No. No. Don't throw object. I guess this isn't like a workshop where you can repair, even though there's a bunch of tools in here. That's a little confusing, I'll have to admit. All right. All right, I guess we'll just go into the next day. We're in September right now. So leaves are starting to turn. Very cool. And then we move into October, and the leaves should really start turning in October. I don't know what part of the U.S. this theoretical town is in. Oh, hey! That's great. This is something that didn't happen in 2019. All right, let's get busy. I wonder if the other fields you have to deal with the weeds again. There are some weeds in the other field, though, which bothers me. Like, apparently my worker did not do all the work he was supposed to do, because there shouldn't be weeds in those fields. Weeds in those fields. I think I said wheels in those fields. Oh, yeah. Look at all the pretty oranges and reds. All right. Let's get back over here and let's weed this field. Now, one of the things I wish is you could see how bad off the equipment is. Like, how much repair does this tool that's attached to my piece of equipment need? Needs lime, needs rolling. Gosh, all these fields are in a lot of trouble. Do they all need lime? Needs lime, needs rolling. They all need lime and they all need rolling. And I do not have enough money to do that. Let's check this field over here. Does it need lime and rolling? Needs lime, needs rolling. Oh, well. All right. Boy. What happened? What's going on with this guy? Why did he quit? Oh! Oh my gosh. All right, so the contracts can only be executed in the seasons for which they belong. Now, what about this one? This guy looks like he's doing fine at least. So he can probably finish his contract. Oh, is withering on? It's like the middle of... It's not going to wither at this temperature. It's really cold. But who knows? They may still make it wither. It's a game. It's not reality. Let me just check if withering's on, guys. Withering. Vehicle control, crops and growth, crop destruction. I don't see an option for withering here. Seasons, time scale. I don't see an option for withering. Is there an option for withering in here? Units, input controls, sound. I do not think. I think they got rid of withering. Ooh, cultivating contracts. Those are good paying contracts. Let's start cultivating. All right. Contract in field 33 is 50% complete. Well, that's good. I saw another big contract in there, and it was a fertilizing contract, but it was pretty big. It might be worth it to do. The great thing about the cultivating contracts is that you're not going back and forth, picking up stuff, dropping off stuff, needing to fill things. So, all right, this should be field 10 up here. We've been to field 10 before. Set destination. And right there. All right. What's he doing? Dude, what are you doing? What was that? That was weird, to say the least. Okay. Other contracts. See, this is like just... Oh, this is a root. I don't want the root ones. Fertilizing. Oh, this is an easy one too. Weeding. I'm gonna do it. It's a pretty big contract. All right, so we also need fertilizer. Wait, what? I thought I borrowed items. Borrow items. The farm already has 3 active contracts. Oh, you're only allowed 3 contracts. Drat. Only 3 at a time. Can't just take all the contracts and do all the work? That's too bad. Now, I wonder if the weeds will come back. Because technically the weeds would come back, you know? It's ripping up the grass, too. What if I wanted to mow this grass? So we learned a hard lesson. I think we got to cancel that canola contract because I'm just wondering, when is that going to come back? I'm going to have to wait a whole year before I finish that contract. That would be absolutely silly. I think I'm going to have to cancel that contract. I really hope they didn't put a system in place where is that field? There it is. I really hope they did not put a system in place. That if you fail to deliver on a contract, there's going to be bad contracts because nobody's going to want to work with you, kind of thing. Because I didn't know this. It's like I thought the field went into a frozen state in time, you know? So, and then you could just keep working on it. All right, field 10 is good. Field 33 is good. This was the one that we cannot complete. I know, I failed. I know. Don't rub it in my face. So now that we got rid of that contract, we can take this fertilizing contract. Partial width. Oh, you can control the width on this machine? That's cool. Open cover. It's a fertilizer spreader. I don't know how much capacity this takes. Like, I wish it would tell you how much capacity it takes. I don't know if that 10,000 is the capacity it takes or not. All right, let's start off with a small purchase and see what happens. Small purchase of fertilizer. Big bag. Solid fertilizer. There we go. Buy it. Yes. And it's 1,000 liters. So, 1,000 liters fills it up how much? So it's going to take 10 bags. The field probably won't take 10 bags, though. It'll probably take less, which means I've got to dump this for whatever's left over back on my field. Because I don't want to just buy a few bags and then be out in the field and it runs out and the contract's not done, you know? So that would be really bad if that happened. So if that happens, then I've got to come back over here, fill it back up again, and that's no good. Let's start going down this line of fertilizer, loading this thing up. One by one. Are these scenes boring? Should I edit the video to skip them? Please comment below. Let me know. I don't have an editor. I'm not good at editing, so for right now, I'm just kind of doing minimal edits, cutting only little bits and pieces off. So 8, so we're going to need 1 more, 2 more. We're going to need 2 more. All right, we're going to need 2 more in order to all right. 1 and 2. All right. Which field was it? I'm sorry, I've forgotten. Field 68. Field 68. Where's 68? Oh, this guy's ready to go. I didn't even see that message pop up either. I'm not paying enough attention. There's field 68. All right. Set destination. And he can just park right here. When he gets past the bridge, he can just park right in the middle of the road. This guy, he can park right here. And the reason why I'm going to park right there is because I'm afraid this guy's coming. So, and then this guy is stopped, so I presume let's deal with this guy first. All right. And let's put a worker on it. Let's get this field pumped out and done, you know? Just get it done. He's on his way. Our seeder has already come back home, which is fantastic. All right. I just want to see what we can plant because I've forgotten. So we could plant wheat if we wanted to. It would be a very slow year all the way. For the rest of the year, it would be very slow because we would literally be waiting for these crops that are coming out. There'd be big gaps. But I guess we'd still be waiting over here. Could always plant wood. I kind of want to plant wheat. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah. I want to plant wheat. And the reason I want to plant wheat is because I want straw. I want to get some straw, you know? I know I said I might want to do soybean. Let me think. I only have to wait a couple more months if I were to do soybean to harvest that. Could always do grass. Grass is always a good thing. I mean, it's just easy. I think we're going to do grass. I have the equipment for grass, you know? So let's do grass, right? Why not? You're not blocked. Stop your belly aching. I can't manually pick up rocks, I guess. It's okay. All right, so we got canola going on here. 2 fields of canola. We're going to have a field of grass. Then we've got our lawnmower here, ready to go. And we've got a nice baler. And we can bale that grass. So, can I pull this bale out? Come on. Can I push the bale out? I can push the whole baler slowly if I'm careful. I can just keep pushing the baler. Look at this. I'm pushing the baler. The whole baler. I'm pushing the baler. Can I do that with this thing? No, can't do it with this thing. Probably can only do it with this thing because technically the game is reading that I'm trying to push the hay, and the hay is connected into the baler. What did it say? It said someone was done with something or something. I got a message. Oh, I totally forgot again about this guy. All right, so I think we've got to go ahead and deliver what we have here. Fill. There we go. Good deal. $89, $90, $91, $92, $93, $94, $95. And where does it have to go? This contract has to go to harvesting. Feed and grain south. Where's feed and grain south? Whoops. Feed and grain south. That's got to be at the south somewhere. Feed and grain south right there. All right. Let's get this guy on his merry way to get to feed and grain south. What were those options? Create job. What is create job? What did I just do? Start job. I don't know what create job means. Field work. Go to. Field work. Go to. I don't know what I was doing. Not a good position to be in. All right, guys, I think we're going to stop there. Did I accidentally stop this guy? I did. I did not mean to stop him. All right, so we're going to stop here. I'm going to go ahead and let him finish this field. I'm going to let the other guy bring the grain to that south portion so that you guys can just pick right up where we left off. And I might let some of these contracts complete. And then when we come back, we'll collect on these contracts. And we'll go to the next month, see what's available. I'd like to see the snow. That'd be cool if some snow came. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you, guys.